15 huge Hollyoaks spoilers for next week. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to stay updated with all the latest Hollyoaks drama. We've got some explosive spoilers coming your way for next week's episodes. Next week is gearing up for a wild ride as we head into stunt week. Here are the 15 massive moments you absolutely can't miss. Mercedes's master plan. Watch as Mercedes devises a daring scheme to break Warren out of prison. Will she pull it off or end up in more trouble? Donnie's suspicion. Donnie is convinced that Blue is Ethan, the new boyfriend of his daughter. How will this tension unfold? Tom's close call. Tom gets dangerously close to uncovering a major truth. Will he expose secrets that could change everything? And that's just the tip of the iceberg. Make sure to stay tuned as we dive into all the juicy details. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for all your Hollyoaks updates right here. Let's get into the drama. 1. James confides in Jez. James's health issues have been getting worse, and now Steve's frustration is boiling over. He's pushing James hard, demanding to know why he kept things so quiet. James, feeling like he's just causing more trouble, struggles with his own guilt and sense of being a burden. Instead of opening up to Steve, he turns to Jez, hoping to find a sympathetic ear and some understanding. This choice only deepens the tension between him and Stay, as James tries to protect those he loves from the full weight of his situation. The tension hits a turning point when the hospital finally calls with an update. They offer James an MRI scan, which feels like a small glimmer of hope amid the mounting stress. The scan might give a clearer picture of what's going on, and for James, it's a step toward understanding and dealing with his health problems more directly. 2. Ethan asks Vicki out. After locking Vicki and Ethan in the loft office together, Dilly is delighted to have played Cupid and gives them her blessing. In the glow of their night together, Ethan asks Vicki out, and the pair agree to go on a date. But little do they know, someone is watching. 3. Mercedes's twins go missing. Mercedes is glad of Joel's false alibi, knowing it means Warren will be released from prison, but not everyone in the family is pleased. Later, in the park, Vicki is babysitting the twins. She's distracted by flirty Ethan, and when she turns around, the twins are gone. As Vicki calls her dad for help, Mercedes receives a terrifying message from Blue saying he has the 2 babies. 4. Blue makes a shocking demand. Everyone is desperately searching for the missing twins, but Donnie warns Mercedes not to call the police. He demands she follow his every word or lose the girls for good. Under Donnie's command, Mercedes tells the police it was a false alarm. Donnie promises to get the girls back and catch Blue for good, but Mercedes becomes increasingly agitated as they wait to hear from Blue. Visiting Warren inside, Mercedes tells him Blue's shocking demand. Warren must confess to Norma's murder and spend the rest of his life in prison. Mercedes begs him to agree and save their girls. 5. The search for the twins continues. As the rescue mission continues, Cindy, Grace, and Tom join the search. But with Cindy worse for wear, Dave takes her home. Ethan and Donnie try to comfort Vicki and reassure her the kidnap wasn't her fault. But Donnie is suspicious that Ethan deliberately distracted Vicki when the twins went missing. Later, Tom tells Cindy he has worked out who took Mercedes' twins. 6. Tom solves the Blue mystery. Tom continues trying to persuade Cindy that Blue is Dave, but she refuses to believe her husband is capable of that. Hoping Mercedes can help them, Tom takes Cindy to Casa McQueen, but they reach a dead end, until Tom snatches Mercedes' phone. When Dave returns home, Cindy confronts him about the kidnap. She begs him for honesty and asks him about the phone, but Dave maintains his innocence. 7. Frankie receives bad news. Frankie receives news that her dance place has been deferred, meaning she'll be forced to return to school with JJ. Darren supports her through this huge knock, and she admits his love and care for her is everything she wanted in a dad. At the dog, JJ is ranting to Suzanne when Frankie arrives and stands up to him. After JJ lets himself into the Osborne's house to intimidate Frankie, Darren takes his keys and forces him to quit Hollyoaks High. 8. Vicki is wary of Ethan Smitten. Vicki upsets Leah when she's too busy with Ethan to hang out. Leah warns Vicki that Donnie won't be happy she's seeing Ethan. Later, Vicki begins having doubts when Ethan won't kiss her in public. But Ethan's right to be fearful. When Donnie catches them, he wants answers. 9. Donnie suspects Donnie's investigation takes a decisive turn as he reaches out to his old colleagues in the force, hoping their connections will lead him to Blue. With Ethan so close to his target and in a relationship with Vicki, Donnie decides it's time to confront the situation head-on. He's convinced that Ethan is the elusive Blue, but he needs concrete proof to confirm it. That's why he dusts off his old polygraph lie detector, a tool he hasn't used in years but one he knows can cut through deception like a hot knife through butter. Donnie's plan is simple. Strap Ethan to the polygraph and see if the machine reveals what his instincts already suspect. Ethan's demeanor and behavior have been suspicious for a while now, and Donnie's gut tells him there's more to Ethan than meets the eye. He's seen enough lies and deceit in his time on the force to know when someone's hiding something. The polygraph, with its ability to measure physiological responses, will give Donnie the hard evidence he needs. As Donnie prepares to administer the test, the stakes couldn't be higher. This isn't just about proving Ethan's guilt, it's about uncovering the truth and finally putting an end to the mystery of Blue. Donnie knows that the polygraph might expose Ethan's lies, but it also might reveal some truths Donnie isn't ready to face. Either way, he's committed to getting answers and bringing closure to this long-running investigation. 10. Sally tries to keep the peace. The situation at school hits a boiling point when JJ shows up, adding to the already tense atmosphere for the Osborne family. The twins have been at odds, and now their conflict is spilling over into the school environment, making things even more chaotic. Sally, trying to be the peacemaker, steps in to sort things out. She's determined to keep both twins enrolled at the school, believing it's the best solution for everyone involved. Sally's efforts to find a compromise seem genuine, but she's completely out of touch with the deeper issues the Osborne family is dealing with. While she's focused on logistics and solutions that appear practical on the surface, she doesn't realize how strained and emotionally charged the situation really is for the family. Her attempts to mediate are based on a limited understanding of the personal struggles and conflicts tearing the family apart. As Sally works on keeping the twins at school, her lack of insight into their family turmoil might actually be complicating things further. Her good intentions clash with the reality of the family's situation, creating a disconnect that could make resolving the conflict even harder. Despite her best efforts, Sally's approach might not address the underlying problems, leaving the Osborne family still grappling with their own issues, even as she tries to keep their school life intact. 11. Darren reveals all to Nancy at the dog. JJ accuses Darren of abandoning him. Seeing the confrontation, Nancy is left confused when JJ claims that Frankie has made a false allegation about him. After sending her stepson back to school, Nancy tells Darren what JJ told her. Finally, Darren is left with no choice but to tell his wife the awful truth he's been hiding from her. 12. Donnie believes Ethan is Blue furious that Ethan is ghosting her. Vicki demands answers from her dad, but Donnie is convinced Ethan is Blue. Breaking into Dave's house, Donnie searches for clues, but he's interrupted when Dave returns. Later, Donnie gets a text from Misbah to say she has gone away to stay with a friend, but is there more to it? 13. Mercedes cooks up a plan. Mercedes continues to plot Warren's prison break, but Stee is worried it'll backfire. Scared Warren will be killed in there, Mercedes won't give up, so Stee advises her they will need someone to help from the inside. Mercedes asks Donnie for help, and later they beg Grace and Freddie for their support too. With everyone on board, the wheels are in motion for Warren's escape. Donnie kicks everything off with a secret nod to an inmate, and a riot begins. 14. Suzanne says too much at the pub. Darren is devastated. Suzanne is continuing to stand by JJ. As an argument starts in the dog, Frankie is horrified when Suzanne shouts about the abuse in the middle of the pub, where everyone hears. Pearl comforts Frankie, sharing trauma from her own childhood to prove she's not alone. Pearl reveals that her estranged sister Ruby was abused by their brother, and she blames herself for it. Even though they lost touch, Pearl admits to Frankie that her sister is the bravest person alive for speaking up. Furious, Pearl kicks Suzanne out the flat, and as the row escalates, JJ tells his mum that she's ruining his life. 15. Abe controls Cleo. Abe's relentless torment of Cleo takes a darker turn as he refuses to delete the video of her with the escort, using it as a weapon to control her. Every time Cleo tries to move past the incident, Abe brings it up again, making sure she knows he holds this embarrassing footage over her head. To add to her anxiety, Abe is now insisting she change her hairstyle, further manipulating her into complying with his demands. The pressure doesn't stop there. Abe is also insisting on having a private dinner with Cleo that evening, and the mere thought of it is enough to make her stomach churn. As the day progresses, Cleo's anxiety grows with each passing hour. She can't shake the feeling that Abe's demands are not just about the dinner or her appearance, but part of a larger, more sinister control game he's playing. By the time evening rolls around, Cleo is overwhelmed with dread. She knows that this dinner won't just be a casual meal, but a chance for Abe to tighten his grip on her life. The emotional toll is evident as she faces the prospect of confronting him in a setting where she feels completely vulnerable. The power imbalance and the threats Abe has made weigh heavily on her, leaving her to grapple with the uncertainty of what the night will bring. And that's a wrap on the 15 huge Hollyoaks spoilers for next week. As always, it looks like we're in for a whirlwind of drama, from shocking betrayals to intense confrontations. James is reaching out for help, Ethan and Vicky's romance takes a turn, and Mercedes's plans to break Warren out of prison could spell trouble for everyone involved, not to mention the dramatic twists with the Osborns, Donnie's investigations, and Abe's chilling control over Cleo. If you enjoyed these spoilers and want to stay updated on all the Hollyoaks action, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications. Drop your thoughts and predictions in the comments below. What are you most excited to see? Don't miss out on any of the juicy details, and we'll catch you next time with more insider scoops and fan theories. Thanks for watching.